Hello there everyone, Oversoul here, and Happy New Year's. Happy New Year. I was actually, I meant to do something like this yesterday, since yesterday was actually New Year's Day, but I forgot all about it, and I'm kind of glad that I did, because now that I waited till today, I actually have a few more things that I can cover while I do this. So anyways, first of all, I hope everyone had a Happy New Year. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We had a little get-together at our place. We served some drinks and snacks and whatnot, and it was fun. It was fun. I had a good time. And you know, with New Year's comes New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, and I think I have one for the channel. And I think my resolution for 2019 with this whole YouTube thing is going to be to stop caring so much. You know, not to say that I don't care about the channel and what I'm doing and stuff like that. Of course I do, but I put too much focus on worrying about other people when it comes to this stuff, like trying to pander to people with busier schedules or people that prefer shorter videos, you know, and trying to like keep everyone equally happy and find that balance between, you know, finishing a game in a reasonable amount of time, but also not making ridiculously long videos in the process and stuff like that and yada. And I keep pulling my hair out and stressing over that so much. So I don't care anymore. I'm not going to hold myself back by adhering to any specific standards when it comes to that stuff any longer. I'm just going to kind of do what works best. Because there will always be situations where something is better than something else. Like, for example, sure, shorter videos are good for a lot of people with busier schedules, and they're more appealing to people who are new to your channel. But when it comes to something like Bendy and the Ink Machine, for example, there's literally no other way to do a Let's Play of that than to do it a chapter at a time. Sure, you could do like half of a chapter and then come back to it, but that just seems really stupid. Like, really stupid and out of place. Like, could you imagine if somebody did a Let's Play of Chapter 3 of Bendy and the Ink Machine, and they just stopped, like, halfway through the chapter, and they're like, alright, that's good for now, we'll finish this chapter up later. Like, sure, some people might like that, but I can imagine a good majority would actually be very annoyed. Because the way that that game is formatted, it's meant to be played chapter by chapter, you know? And in situations like that, I think doing like an hour-long video or whatever is 100% totally and completely justifiable. Regardless of how big or small your channel is, because that's just one of those games where that's really the only right way to do it. So, but then, you know, when it comes to other stuff, you know, I'm not going to do like hour-long episodes of Cuphead, for example. That's just ridiculous. So a lot of it's going to be game dependent, and but the whole point is that, like, from now on, when it comes to that stuff, I'm going to stop caring so much about trying to keep everyone equally happy and you know, pandering to a specific group of people. I'm just not anymore. I'm just not. I'm just going to do what I want, and that's it. I'm just going to do what I want, because at the end of the day, the important thing is that I'm happy with this. You know, my happiness with this matters more than anything, because if I'm not happy doing it, then the quality of the content and commentary suffers, and you guys won't be enjoying it as much. And so, from now on, I'm going to do what keeps me happy, and basically means I'm just going to do what I want. We're still going to stick to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday upload schedule with live streams thrown in on Thursdays, and Tuesday's going to remain open for now. And actually, since I did a lot of bonus stuff recently, it's going to be a while before the next Saturday video. We're going to hold off on that for a bit. So with that being the case, basically, we're going to have some leeway coming up here. And I look at it like this, you know, when people want to watch something bad enough, regardless of how long it is, they make the time. Like, if there's a TV show that you've fallen far behind on, or a TV show that you want to watch, that you've been interested in, and it's already a couple seasons in, you find a way, don't you? If you want to watch it bad enough, you watch it. You find a way. So I think when it comes to YouTube, it's pretty much the same way, you know. Let's Plays are episodic, kind of like a TV show. And I truly, genuinely believe that anyone who really enjoys my content and actually wants to watch the things that I play and put out there, they will. And a lot of times it's more about the Let's Player than the game anyways. A lot of you are here, you're watching because of me as a person, and I appreciate that. It's more about me than it is about the games, and I appreciate that. That's not the case for everybody, obviously, and not everyone is going to watch everything, and I respect that. But I feel like if you truly, genuinely want to watch something, and it seems like you just might not have the time, you'll make the time. People make the time for things they want to do. That's just how it is. So, it's not always easy, but eventually you find a way. So, with that being the case, like I said, I'm done trying so hard to pander to nitpicking and, like, limited taste, and, like, people who are just, like, very particular about stuff like video length and stuff like that. I just can't anymore because it's holding me back by pandering to those people. And so, instead, I need to do just what I want to do, and have that be it, you know? I'm not going to go back to the crazy shit like I did a few years ago where I was uploading like 3 videos in a day and they were all an hour long. Jesus Christ, no. That's insane. But I am going to be more laid back and nonchalant about the whole thing. That's why I'm not even really going to do like huge announcement videos about updates and stuff to the channel anymore. I'm just going to subtly make changes here and there that I'm going to squeeze in. And if you guys notice, you do. And if you don't, you don't. But mostly it'll be behind the scenes stuff that I think will be beneficial. A good example is like recently, I think some of you may have noticed this, I actually started changing how I format the video titles so that the name of the game comes first, and I've actually noticed some improvement since doing that. So that was a good idea. So it's just going to be things like that, and I didn't make a big video announcing it, like, hey, I'm going to change the titling of the video. Like, I don't see the point in doing that anymore, because I feel like it makes it look like I changed things too much, and that can also, like, throw people off, and I feel like it distracts from the focus, which is supposed to be me and the videos themselves, you know? So, with that being said, speaking of videos, today's episode of Call of Cthulhu is going to be a little late. And I know that this happens a lot, and I apologize for it, but I wanted a chance to finally show you guys exactly why it happens. It's because of the capture device that I'm using, with it being a cheaper one. It's a direct HDMI pass-through that records footage directly to a flash drive or external device. And instead of using like a PC capture card and all that, because I don't have all the stuff for that. So this is just more of an easy, like, cutting out the middleman thing. So you get like a direct recorded video on the flash drive as if you were like recording something with a camera or something, you know. And sometimes, though, because it is like a cheaper third-party device, there can be glitches in the video. And my editing software hates when that happens because it completely, like, it causes it to crash and stuff like that. Or when I go to render the video, it'll end up hanging at those parts of the video when it's rendering. So I'll, like, get up and there's a video, I'll be ready to upload a video that should be done rendering. And then I'll look and it's, like, stuck at 70%, you know, because it hung. And I have to, like, re-render, I have to, like, find where the problem area is, cut it out, and then re-render the whole thing. So that's what happened with today's episode of Call of Cthulhu, and I wanted to show you guys real quick, if I could. It's going to be kind of a pain in the ass because of the because of the reflection off the screen, but here's an example of what I'm talking about. Here is the raw recorded footage for today's episode of Call of Cthulhu. And if you pay attention, you'll see that there will be a visual glitch here, but also if you listen, you'll hear this character's dialogue skip, and that's where the glitch is.
Hey, you! They got the boss, nasty wound, in the Hawkins warehouse, but there's one of those poor bastards in it.
I'm pretty sure you caught that. It's kind of hard to miss. You may not have actually seen the visual glitch. Maybe you did. If you look at the character that's on the ground, like rocking his, there's like a blurry like jump and then like a green almost that pops through. It's weird. But anyways, that stuff actually happens more often than I would like with this particular capture device, and because of that, I end up having to do some really creative editing or having to completely like start from scratch on a lot of videos sometimes. And if I don't have something done in time and then this happens, it can cause me to be late on the upload like I am today. So I apologize for that, but at least now visually you've had a chance to see why that happens sometimes. Like that little glitch that you just saw when the video is on the timeline of my editing software and it hits that part of the video, my editing software freaks out, freezes, and crashes. You know, it just causes all kinds of problems. So, pain in the ass. But I've found ways to work around it, so I wanted to hit you guys up with that, and then I also wanted to let you know that tomorrow's live stream will be a game called The Shapeshifting Detective. It's an FMV game, so kind of like Late Shift in the Bunker, everything is live action. It's a completely live action game with real people, real actors and stuff. And in the game, you are a detective who can shapeshift, and you're trying to solve a murder, and you do this by changing into different people, and as these people that you shift into, you interview other people and ask them questions and stuff, but you gotta be, like, subtle about it so that they don't know that you're trying to get to, you know, because they might suspect something, so you gotta act natural. And the game is different every time you play it. Who the murderer is different every time. It's about 3.5 hours long for the main thing, so, and I think I am just going to stream the full thing tomorrow night, so tomorrow's stream will be a little bit longer than normal, so I may start it earlier, or it'll just end later. Not sure which yet. Because that is something where I do have to pander to different people, because people live in different time zones, so I have to find a time to start that's good for most of them. So, when I normally start, 7 Central Time is also like 5 p.m. Pacific and 8 p.m. Eastern, so it really depends. But, I think that's basically all I had for you guys. Yeah. So, oh, and the next Let's Play, I don't know what it'll be yet, but it's between 3 different horror games across 3 different platforms. The one we found on the Xbox One, Hollow on the Nintendo Switch, and Home Sweet Home on the PS4 with VR. So, one of those will be coming soon. Not next week, but the week after is when we'll start a new one. Cthulhu will end next week. But anyways, so that's all I had for you guys. Just wanted to wish you a Happy New Year and run these things by you real quick. Look forward to the next episode of Call of Cthulhu coming out later today. Look forward to the live stream tomorrow. The beginning of Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea DLC, the episode 2 of the Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea DLC on Friday. So, alright, well, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye!